The 10 core emotions you feel after a breakup, what they mean, and how to heal. Breakups can feel like a storm of emotions, from sadness to anger to guilt to relief and so much more. But what if each emotion had a purpose, a hidden message to help you heal and grow? In today's session, I'll break down the 10 core emotions you experience after a breakup and what they're trying to teach you. You will learn why sadness is essential for emotional healing, how anger can empower you to set boundaries, why guilt can lead to personal growth, how relief signals healthier future, the surprising purpose of jealousy, loneliness, and fear. Your emotions, my friend, aren't your enemy. They are your guide to a stronger, wiser you. Watch until the end for a special tip on how to find hope and acceptance after the storms clears. I'm Coach Paz Goldman, your relationship and breakup coach, and I want to tell you something about your feelings that you must realize at this point because it's crucial for you to understand what I'm about to say. Your emotions can serve you and they can destroy you. They can make you or break you, be your best friend or your worst ally. Let me explain to you exactly why. It's a double edged sword. Because when you feel angry, let's just take anger for example, because it can be a positive emotion or a negative one. But let's say anger. When you're angry at your partner, at your ex partner, should I say, about what they did, how they left you, whatever that might be, after you release all this anger, because these emotions, negative emotions and positive emotions, cannot be suppressed, they must be expressed. So you express this emotion in a form of thought. You think about it and you say, you did this, you did that, and you're angry, 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 angry. After you finish being angry, or after you finish being loving, it can be negative and a positive emotion. Now we're giving an example of a negative emotion. So after you've done being angry with your ex, this is where you stop thinking about them and throwing at them, spewing your anger at them, and then you start bringing it back to you. You are staying with this emotion because this emotion came from you. So, for example, you say, you did this, you did it, I hate you, I'm angry at you, all of the bullshit. And then what happens? You stop. There is no more ammunition that you shoot at them. And then you start shooting at yourself because you say, I'm angry at you, and after you're done being angry at them, then you say, I'm angry at myself, how I couldn't see the signs. I'm angry at myself for what I've done, what I haven't done. I'm angry at myself for believing that it could go somewhere or whatever, or believing in them, whatever that might be. You, my friend, have the emotion, it comes from you release it, and then you stay with it. This is why I don't want you to feel these negative emotions towards your ex because they are destructive. They might feel good at the moment being angry. And you know what? You might have all the reasons in the world to feel angry at your ex for whatever they've done to you. My ex monkey branched on me. She cheated on me. Yes, I had all the reasons to be angry at her. But where it leads you, eventually, like I told you, you are staying with the emotion. This is why I decided to make this video for you to explain to you all of your emotions, what they mean, what's their purpose, how to cope with them, how to channel them, how to alchemize this pain into beauty, how to take them and understand each and every single one of them, because this is crucial. You will feel all of them. You'll fluctuate, like I said, up and down, up and down. You will not know when you feel good, bad, what this means, what that means. You'll be confused. You'll be all over the place. This is why I created this guide for you. And it's important that you watch this session until the end, so you'll get all the realizations. Eventually, like I said, I'm gonna say it again for the sake of emphasis, you will stay with the emotion. Now, when you stay with the emotion, what you will do with that is completely up to you. This is why I want you to move from negative, unproductive emotions into positive, productive emotions that actually get you somewhere. But in order for you to get there, You will need to realize them, and you will need to go from anger to empathy, from sadness to happiness. How you do that? In today's session, you're going to learn how. Now, we are going to talk about the first emotion, which is sadness. What is the meaning of sadness? Sadness is a natural response to the loss of someone significant in your life. It reflects the emotional attachment you had and the void left by their absence. There is no way you're not going to feel sad. You will feel sad. When you lose someone, you feel sad. Natural occurrence. That's okay. Embrace it. Don't try to fight any of those emotions. Don't try to suppress them. Don't try to do anything but accepting them and understanding their purpose. Now to purpose. What the purpose of sadness? It helps you to process the reality of the loss and prompts you to grieve. Grieving is necessary for emotional healing and acceptance. This is why if your ex moved on quickly, monkey branched on you, cheated in a whole new relationship very quickly, they just don't understand. They bypass the grief process, they bypass sadness, they move immediately to happiness. Complete delusion. They're delusional. They think that they can be happy right after leaving you without grieving, without processing their emotions. It's impossible. And I talk about it a lot that emotions are like food. They're like food. Emotions, when you have an emotion, you get the emotion, eating the emotion, then it goes into your body, you need to process it and then let it go. But what happens, think about this analogy of food. If you eat, you process the food, but you don't let it out. There is no fully processing it and letting it out. What's going to happen? You will have congestion, indigestion, and this is what happens. You people that don't grieve, they have mental indigestions with it. This is what causes deep depression. They have the emotion, they don't even process the emotion, and they don't let it out. That's the worst. But what you do when you're watching these videos and you do the work that I'm suggesting, this is where you process the emotions. This is where they let them out in a healthy way. And if you need help with that, my friends, the Rise of the Phoenix, my online healing coaching program, shows you exactly how to process all of your emotions from any, it doesn't matter what state you're in, it will get you to the state desired for you to grow and to heal. Now I'm offering the Rise of the Phoenix for only $37 for you guys. Please take me up on this offer because it will not last for long. Then it will go back to its original price, and I want you to have it because I don't want you to get frustrated anymore and sad and mad and like overwhelmed. No, I want to be there for you. And the only way that I can be there for you is when you're in my program. I can see you there. We have live Q&A. You're in our community. In any other way, I just can't. I have hundreds and thousands of views here, and I cannot be with all of you guys. But you guys that are coming to the program, you're going to heal so much faster and so much better. Because I say it's not all about how fast you heal, it's how well you do that. It's the emotional, it's not just overcome it, it's how you overcome it. Because the way you overcome it, this is how you're going to meet yourself at the end of it. You're going to get through it. The question is how. Many people went through breakups and then they went through another breakup and another breakup because they didn't do the work. They didn't heal correctly. They didn't took the time to get inside, reflect and see what happened and how they can best alchemize everything they went through into their advantage, because breakup, my friend, creates champions. I always said it, and I will always will say it because I truly believe that. Look at me. I was broken up with, cheated on, monkey wrenched on less than a year ago, and my life completely transformed for the best because I chose that. And this is exactly what I'm teaching you in the Rise of the Phoenix or my one-on-one coaching program when you are working with me. With that said, let's continue. How you cope with sadness. You need to allow yourself to cry or express sadness through journaling, art, talking to someone you trust, or a coach. Crying to the soul is like throwing up with the body. It cleanses you. and releases the unnecessary. Coach Paz, this is, I just quote myself, but it's true. Crying to the soul is like throwing up for the body. We all throw up in our life and we felt better. While you're throwing up, it's shit. Before that, it's shit. While you're throwing up, it's shit. But after that, you feel like, oh my God, that was the best. The best. It's like, I'm going to give you a really disgusting example. You're going to like it. It's like diarrhea. Before, it's like your belly is like, oh my God, I'm going to explode. You're on the toilet, you're like, oh my God, this is horrible. But after that, you're like, holy shit, I'm a new person. And this is what I want you to feel. Emotional, I want to say emotional diarrhea. Oh my God. This is escalating, you guys. I'm going to move away from the shit talk, literally, and back to the topic. So when you cry, you release. Don't be afraid to cry. For the men out there, it's all right to cry. This is why I documented my journey to show you how I cry. I cried for 30 days every day. And after that, I cried also. It's okay. Cry. You're a human being. When you get hurt, you cry. When you cut yourself, you bleed. It happens. It's a part of life, and that's okay. Now let's move to anger. The meaning of anger. Anger is often arise from feeling of betrayal, unmet expectations, or sense of injustice related to how the breakup occurred. The purpose of it is to provide it provides you energy and motivation to set boundaries, protect yourself, and reclaim control over your life. When you get angry, this is where you really say, okay, that's a fuck it. Never again, never again. You get angry, you start acting, you start doing, you start moving because you say to yourself, I cannot. It's an uncomfortable, this is the most uncomfortable emotion. I would say it's anger. You say to yourself, I don't want it. I don't need this shit. What can I do to solve it? You start to become proactive. How to cope with that? You need to channel your anger constructively through physical activity or venting safely. Physical activity is the best way. I used to train like an animal. Like an animal. I was angry, I dropped to the floor, 100 burpees. Just drop to the floor, boom, get it, do it. And by the way, this is something that I got and I still do it today. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. You should. I release great content and behind the scenes of my video creations and my entire life right now. And I'm doing 100 burpees for 100 days, each and every single day. Now I don't experience this anger anymore, but you know, my physical body is so much stronger through it because I learned how to release emotions through physicality, venting safely. It can punch a bag or scream into a pillow. You do these things somatically and it heals you. And after that, you become stronger and better and you learn mechanisms that helps you to become the best version of yourself. I know that physical activity definitely made me the best version of myself. I work out twice a day, 100 burpees before breakfast, before even the sun comes up sometimes. And and at night, I'm going for another workout, strength training. The best thing that ever happened to me, and I feel the best, I look the best I ever looked because I took anger and channeled it into productive activities. I channeled it. I alchemized this pain into beauty. And this is what I want for you guys. Now let's talk about guilt. Guilt, the meaning of guilt. It reflects self-blame or regret over actions, words, or decisions made or unmade during the relationship or the breakup. Guilt is a way to reclaim your power. When you are feeling guilt, you say, no more power to you. Because when you blame someone else, you actually give them the power. When you are blaming yourself, this is why you feel guilty. This is self-blame, and you say, this was me. So I don't want you to blame yourself or use this word blame. I want you to use the word responsibility. It's not your fault. It's not your blame, but it's your responsibility. And I think I'm talking about it here in a second. Now, the purpose of guilt, it encourages reflection on your role in the relationship, which will help you for inner personal growth journey and avoiding similar mistakes in the future. You feel guilty, you feel bad, you say, I don't want that. I don't want that anymore. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to feel like that. Maybe you said something, maybe you did something, maybe you lost your shit. It happens and you say, no, thank you. I don't want that anymore. I don't want to feel that. I don't want to do that. And then this is how you become better, better, and better. How to cope with that? You just acknowledge your imperfections, learn from them, and practice self compassion. When you are having compassion towards yourself, remember what I said at the beginning. When you have compassion towards yourself, compassion for them, you'll have compassion for yourself. And when you have compassion for yourself, you'll have more compassion for them. And these are positive, productive emotions that help you rise. Now focus on what you can change and let go of the rest. Whatever you can change, focus on it. Physicality, mindset, whatever you can change, focus on that. Whatever you can, just let it go. Why would you even put time and effort into something that is unchangeable? Whatever happened, happened. And why it happened? And it had to happen because it happened. I'm going to repeat it for the sake of emphasis because it's very powerful. Whatever happened, happened. And the fact that it happened means it needed to happen because it happened. There is nothing for you to do to change it. You can't, even if you want to. Not everything is your fault, my friend, but everything is your responsibility. You're responsible for everything in your life. Every little thing. When you take this responsibility for everything in your life, you take the power back. Let's say that I say it's the stock market or whatever. Like it's my mom's fault that I grew up and that I'm, let's say I'm broke. It's my mom's fault that I'm broke, or it's my mom's fault that I'm anxious. Okay, now what? If it's your mom's fault that you're anxious, now what? There is not. Okay, that's it. Right? But if you say it's my mom's fault, all right, it's my responsibility. Then now we're in business. Now I said, okay, what can I do with it? How can I change? How can I grow? How can I evolve? You're not pointing fingers at no one. You point the finger at yourself and said, okay, it's me. It's on me. Let's fucking do this. And then you change. Relief. What a beautiful emotion, huh? Relief. The meaning of relief. Relief will come and go. It may surface if the relationship was toxic, draining, or no longer fulfilling. It reflects your inner recognition that the breakup was necessary. You know, when you understand that the breakup was necessary, that is the most beautiful thing. When you see that this breakup happened for you and not to you, when you are in the stage where you're not blaming or complaining or anything, you take full responsibility and accountability and you say it needed to happen and I fucking love it that it happened. I am happy it did. Look at me now, or look at what I'm becoming. That's the most beautiful thing. And I also say all the time that when someone breaks up with you, you going through the breakup twice. Once when they broke up with you, and the second time when you break up with them. Not necessarily because they're coming back. It doesn't mean that. The second breakup is when you understand that the breakup was necessary and you said, I don't want this person back. This is when you grow. And I also said that taking an ex back is the direct reflection and a punishment of not doing the personal work, the personal growth work. Because if you don't work on yourself, you'll go back to old habits, old people, old energies that were not good for you. You will settle, and once you settle on one thing in your life, you'll settle on everything. This is why I want your life to be the best life after this breakup, and you discover that through your healing journey. The purpose of relief, it serves as an emotional signal that you're stepping away from something that wasn't aligned with your well-being. How to cope with that? You just embrace this emotion without guilt, using it as motivation to create healthier future. Because sometimes when we feel relief, we are fearful that it might be temporary, and it will. You're fearful that you feel bad when you feel good sometimes because you said, oh my God, why am I feeling so good right now? You're afraid that the other shoe will drop at some point, but don't be afraid. Your emotions, like I said, they fluctuate up and down. Not just in a breakup. In a breakup, it's more transparent, it's more obvious. But in life, you're not always happy, you're not always sad, you're not always angry, you're not always afraid. You're a little bit of everything throughout the time. We go through this cycle of emotions, and that shows that you're a human being and healthy. Okay. Now fear. A second. Fear. The meaning of fear. Fear arises from uncertainty about the future, including concerns about being alone, finding love again, or navigating life without your ex. And yes, I know that many of you guys are afraid that you will never find love again, but you will find love again. You found it once, you will find it again. I made a bunch of videos on how you're going to find love again, how to attract your dream partner, how you can actually become the perfect match, the perfect vibrational match for your ideal partner. And when you are becoming, this is how you become attractive, because you attracted your ex-partner or just people like your ex-partner over and over again. And if you draw a line, you will see the common denominator between all of them. You will see that they are pretty much the same. Maybe they're just different look, but they're the same personality. And when you change your personality, you change the people you attract. And when you change the people you attract, this is how you know that you grew. And you will attract a new partner based on your level of personal development. This is why I'm telling you, get the Rise of the Phoenix. It's not just a program that helps you heal, it's a personal development program. Talk to me so I can help you grow. Create a program especially for you, a blueprint that you need to follow in order for you to grow. For many men, I see that they're lacking masculinity. For females, they're lacking femininity. And I can show you exactly what you need, exactly what you need to become in order for you to attract the person you want. It's a beautiful process. It works all the time. And let me tell you, you will find love again. I can guarantee that to you. But in order for you to find different type of love, different person, not the same one, just different look, you need to work on yourself. This is why I am here for you. And this is why this channel is here. The purpose of fear. This emotion highlights your need for stability and encourages you to develop your self-reliance and confidence. How to cope. Focus on building self-esteem, setting goals, and reminding yourself that healing and growth takes time. Takes time. It just shows you. And how do you build confidence? Confidence comes from competence, and competence is by knowing what the fuck you're doing. So this is why sometimes you will need guidance to know that you're on the right track. Many of you guys going and doing a work, but not exactly the work that you're supposed to do after a breakup, and you say, "Hey, I'm doing a lot of work on myself, and I'm getting nowhere," because you're not doing the right work. This is why you need an outside professional observer to tell you you're on the right track, you're on the wrong track. This is why I'm here for you. Loneliness, meaning loneliness stems from the absence of the emotional connection and intimacy you shared with your partner. That's why you feel this way. The purpose of loneliness is signals that the human need for connection and belonging, encouraging you to nurture relationship with friends, family, and yourself. I would say yourself, friends and family. It's first of all you. You need to find you. In the healing journey, you find yourself. It's a journey of self-love. You come back to yourself, you go within, you start doing things for you, not to you. Like I say here, how to cope. You engage in social activity, pursue hobbies, or deepen your relationship with yourself through self-care, reflection, and do things for you, not to you. Doing things for you, it things like going to the gym, eating right, reading books, getting coaching, expanding yourself. Doing things to you is shrinking yourself, is doing things that weaken you, like drinking, smoking, Netflix and chilling, and looking at your ex social media, stalking, all of this bullshit. It's not helping you at all. It's destroying you little by little, surely, but slowly, but surely. So you got to do everything for you and ask yourself every day during this breakup, ask yourself, what I'm about to do or what I'm doing right now, I'm doing it for me or to me? For me or to me? It's weakening me or strengthening me? And if you have a problem with addictions, alcoholism, or drugs and things like that, I made a video on how to drop devices after a breakup. Many people just go to vices, drinking, smoking, and do all this bullshit. It gives you a temporary relief, but the long-term effect, it fucks you over completely. So make sure that you're not one of the people that fucks themselves up after a breakup and builds yourself up after a breakup. Because it's breaking up, not breaking down. Don't make it a breakdown, make it a break up. Jealousy. I know many of you feel jealousy. The meaning of jealousy is often triggered by thoughts of your ex moving on or finding happiness with someone else. It reflects feeling of insecurity or competition. And this is a good thing. When you're jealous, you actually say, oh, if I'm jealous, it means that this person has something that I don't. And it's not necessarily they have my ex and I don't. Forget about this. What they have that you want, what they have that you think that the character traits, the attributes, and if they have more money, all right, make more money. Find ways to make more money. It's possible. If they have better physique, you can work out. You control these things. And if it's other things, you can manage. The purpose of jealousy, it helps you to identify, like I said, area of self-esteem that you need attention and encourage personal growth, reveals to you what you need to work on. Because I might not be jealous of Joe Schmo who have a lot of money because I have enough of it. So jealousy just shows you what you're lacking and what you want and what you need. How to cope? Focus on your journey and avoid comparing yourself to others' lives. A lot of time we're comparing ourselves to our ex. They moved on so quickly. They're living their best life and you're jealous of them. But I told you already, the fact that they moved on quickly, if this is your case, they just don't understand the healing journey and it will bite them in the ass. It's actually when I see exes moving on fast, I was like, okay, another dumb motherfucker that doesn't understand the healing process. And yeah, they might watch my channel later when it bite them in the ass and they get cheated on or something like that. Because karma is a bitch, son of a bitch. And I made a video about karma. So if you got cheated on, watch the video, see how the karma will bite your ex in the ass, and also how karma bite you in the ass. Because if you got cheated on, you paid your karmic debt, so you know if karma is real because you experienced it firsthand. It happened. Confusion. This is a very, very, very common one during a breakup. The meaning of it, confusion, occurs when you're having a lot of data to process and you're not heavy and you're having a hard time to prioritizing what is more important for you at this time. So if you're confused, it means there is a lot of moving parts in your life that you cannot piece together. This is when coaching, therapy comes into play to help you reorganize your mind. The purpose of it, this emotion prompts introspection, helping you to gain clarity about your needs, desires, and patterns in a relationship. How to cope? Seek clarity by journaling, talking to a coach, like I said, or reflecting on the relationship dynamic. Consider pros and cons, what was good, what was bad, what what you never want to experience again, what you do want to experience again, and so on and so forth. Hope. Hope, meaning hope emerges when you begin to see the possibility of healing, personal growth, and new opportunities for love and happiness. The purpose is encourages reliance and keeps you moving forward during this challenging time. How to cope? Cultivate hope through visualization of a brighter future, setting positive intentions, goals, and visions for your life, and celebrating small victories in your healing process. Every little thing. I dropped some pounds. I look better. Today, I worked on myself. I did this. I did that. I worked out. I took care of myself. I journaled. Every little thing. Sometimes it's so hard. Sometimes it's like, I took a shower today. I had days when I was like, I took a shower today. Great success. That was my success. Sometimes this is just what it is. Sometimes it's bigger, but when you start celebrating each and every single one of these little things, it accumulates and it builds confidence and higher self esteem. Last but not least is acceptance. This is where we want to go, right? This is where you want to be. Acceptance. Acceptance marks the realization that the relationship has ended and cannot be changed. You don't want it to change. It reflects emotional closure and readiness to move forward. Move forward. You don't move on, you move forward. Choose your words carefully. Forward movement, always progressing. Purpose, the purpose of acceptance signals the end of the grieving process and the beginning of a new chapter in your life. How to cope with that? Embrace acceptance with gratitude for the lessons learned and focus on building a fulfilling future. That's all there is to it. To conclude this video, my dear friends, each emotion you experience after a breakup serves as a guidepost in your healing journey. Understanding and honoring these emotions allows you to process them in a healthy way and emerge stronger and more self-aware. With that said, you guys, I hope this video was helpful for you to understand your emotions, why you feel the way you do, what they mean, how to deal with them, how to cope with them, how to grow stronger, because in life we will feel this entire arrays of emotions. It can be in a breakup setting or just fucking life happens to us. Sometimes it just happens. You feel hopeful about your business, you feel sad about your business, you feel sad about your life, then you feel just as confused about whatever going on. You're jealous of this person who's got the new car and you don't know, you don't have you have an oldest car. You feel lonely because it seems that in social media everybody living their best life and you're the only one who's sitting on alone on a Friday night and say to yourself, oh my God, I'm so lonely. What will be? And then you start being afraid. You start being afraid of the future, the past, the present. You say, I don't know what's going to happen with my life. Then you go to relief. You say, oh, whew, I feel relieved now. And then you're guilty. You're guilty. Oh, I didn't call my mom for like 5 days. I'm so guilty. This is Jewish guilt, by the way. Then you're angry at yourself. You're like, oh my God, I'm such a stupid ass. I'm such this, I'm such that. And then you're sad. And then you're happy again and all of this. This is emotions. We are human beings. And thank God that we're feeling all of these things. This is what makes the tapestry of life so great. You cannot appreciate the light without the dark. You cannot love without being indifferent or feeling this resentment. You can't be fully in if you don't feel like what it be like to be fully out. This is why we need the good, we need the bad, the positive, the negative. This is the polarity in life, the masculine, the feminine, all of this. And this is the beauty of life, my friends. Feel it to the fullest, and just enjoy. Just enjoy the ride. When it's good, enjoy the good. When it's not so good, understand that you are on your way up. With that said, you guys, I love you and I will see you again in my next videos. Take care.